Hello guys, and welcome back to another one of video. In today's video, I'm planning to do something kind of unique. You know, I've been thinking to do this video for a really long time. A video that I will include basically a little bit of like game knowledge, learning with you at the same time, and also sharing a little bit of personal stories, talking a bit about like anxiety and stress and how to deal with them, and sharing some moments while I'm literally just eating my lunch. So it's gonna be very cozy. It's not gonna be very like sophisticated or anything that will make you feel like, oh, I'm here just to give you the idea that I know everything and I'm the professional. No, but bullshit. I am literally just a gold platinum elo player. But I thought that will be a really nice video and will really help a lot other players as myself that they're in the same elo, struggling with the same kind of idea, thoughts and knowledge. And please tell me if you like those kind of videos, because I'm experimenting with this right now. So yeah, let me just take a bite. It's spaghetti with pesto, parmesan, and chicken. What I'm gonna do this today in the video. So I'm gonna share with you things that they're like. First of all, I'm planning to do this video like in 3 categories kind of. So the first, we're gonna start a little bit about talking about the Civs, and then we're gonna dive into the economical resources in the game and how you should like see them as. So very beginner kind of friendly, sharing with viewers. I don't know, you name it. Honestly, you name it. I'm just here sharing my thoughts and learning from you. You're learning from me. I'm learning from you. This is literally it. Like, this is what I've been known so far from the game, and I just want to share this. If you're like gold, platinum elo player, you will feel a lot this video. So I will start by taking a bite. As you see, I have a tier list right in front of you, which is going to be like I separated the civilizations, because there's people jumping into the game, beginner players, returning players, and they don't know what each civ is providing to you, you know, and they have no clue. So in this little thing, we're going to together maybe, you know, kind of like, of course, I'm going to be the one doing it, but you guys can also like let your opinions down in the comments below, say what you think and everything. So we're going to start from the very basic civilizations, and we're gonna set them into what we think really is their play style. And I will tell you, from my experience, you guys, you can play literally whatever you want. Literally whatever you want. Literally. You can take a civilization that is very defensive and you can play it fully aggressive if you want. There is no such a rule in Age of Empires 4. But there is a little bit of like a stereotypical mindset of what the civilization is made by design to do so. So we're going to separate them most likely by design and how the civilization is designed to be played as. But I will let you know that you can really do whatever you want. Legit. We're going to start by English. You guys, English is a very defensive civilization. They have a lot of castles, like defensive structures. They can boom a lot because they can boom. It's like an economical term. So they have a really strong economy. I should say economy because people might not know the terminology booming. So I will stick to what is like the most normal. Yeah, they really like to stay in the structures, doing their own thing, mind their own business. And this is what they make from. And I'm not gonna give you even like, I'm not gonna tell you more because that's what I think. So but I don't know, for those that don't know, because there is people that might not know, there is variety civilization in this game. Variety means a civilization that is basically from a period of time of this empire. So we have the British Empire, English Empire, and there is a variety civilization, which is basically House of Lancaster. So to be honest with you, I really just jumped into the game straightforward after a really long break, like 6-month break. So I have no clue a lot about Lancaster, but what I've seen about like better content creators than me and the people that they have been really like pro into the game, and they, you know, running tournaments and stuff. They're making the most professional guys out there. I think Lancaster is also supposed to be made for a defensive civilization, but you can play also all in. You can play very aggressively. But I think the structure of the civilization is made in a way that is actually a little bit like defensive, but all in at the same time and aggressive. Like, I think I will put it like here. Yeah, definitely. Let's go to Holy Roman Empire, which is like the second kind of keto of the beginner civilization. And I will place Holy Roman Empire again on defensive / economical civilization. They have their prelates, they're buffing their units, they're really heavy into economy. They really like their 40% buff that they have with this prelate kind of prices, whatever they are. So they have this beautiful defensive structures that they protect their buildings, and they have more HP, and with their 4th landmark age, and they have also the cheapest landmark that they can build, and they could go to Imperial Age, which they basically spawn tons of villages. So I think their identity is very defensive, so economical defensive. So yeah, I really hope what I'm doing now, it really helps the new players, it really helps the beginners, and you guys feel cozy and comfortable as I do right now, because really, like, I just want to make this as friendly as possible. By eating, I think it's given element, you know. I'm just here eating, chilling with you guys. So nothing too formal here. And I don't care. So we're going to continue with the variety of the civilization, which is basically, as I say, not the empire, the actual empire. It's a period of time in this empire. So it is Order of the Dragon. Now that I don't know. From what I have experienced, they're literally kind of in the same pattern, but they also can do aggressive. So I think this is their place, because they are kind of the playstyle of the Holy Roman Empire, but they be made to be more. Their units are busted, like as Beast say, which is one of the biggest content creators in the game. You can be really annoying below elo with this civilization. In higher elos and ranks, players know how to counter this. I don't know, so I have no clue. So yeah, I'm gonna place it there. Let's keep going. So we're gonna go with all the basic civilizations first, and we have the French. Honestly, well, yeah, the identity is something like here. Here. So they are economical, but they're also aggressive in a way. So I think this is where they belong. You kind of lean if you want to, but they're mostly made to be played like an aggressive, economical civilization, because they have this villager production. They actually have the fastest villager production in the game. And they also have one of the most busted units in feudal ages. It was like the second age in the game. So too early in the game, they have such a strong unit. And the civilization, the variety of civilization for French, actually there are two. It's JD, which is the one I'm currently experimenting. If you'll be following my YouTube channel, I've been going through a journey with this French variety civilization. Well, I think JD is most likely here. Like, it's a little bit above the French. I think you kind of lean better with JD, because she does have the JD hero, which is basically a hero that has 3 different abilities, and the whole civilization is surrounded by this hero. And I think you can't really ignore in the early game the presence of the hero. It's just there, you know. It can heal, it can damage, it can do things like that. You can't really ignore her too much, because you're gonna end up dead. So I think this is where JD belongs to. And then the French civilization is the only civilization, you guys, that has 3 varieties. No, 2. The JD is the one, and the other one is Knights Templar. So guys, I have no clue where to place this. I have no clue. For what I've seen, they're kind of economical, defensive and aggressive. I don't know, man. I think it's just somewhere here. Like there, maybe a little bit aggressive, maybe economical. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I think. But you can, I think, because I have heard business say that in the water they're kind of broken. They're really strong in the water. So if we would judge based on the water maps, I mean, probably will be out here. But we're talking here most likely about the land maps, noob friendly stuff. You know, don't go to the water yet. Don't jump with this ship shenanigans because I have no clue how to play there. And keep eating your food. It's important. And now we're going to, the lipstick completely gone. Jesus, it just vanished. Anyways, because of the sauce and the cheese and all the pesto. I love pesto, you guys. I don't know about you, but I love pesto. Anyways, let's go back to the civilization thing. Let's grab an Olin civilization. It's very weird because with Mongols, the design is lean, but they can be very economical heavy civilization. They can do so much damage with the economy. It's insane. But the identity of the civilization is Olin, and I think it's the most Olin of all Olins exist in this game. So their buildings are moving. They are the only civilization that their buildings are actually moving. Like they're literally rolling, like in the map. You can move your buildings. It's actually insane. It's the only civilization that cannot build walls, and that's because they have such a, like, they're so aggressive. They have knights in the Dark Age. Who does have knights in the Dark Age? Like, I mean, France have in the feudal. They have in the Dark Age. I think they no, they don't have knights. Correct me. Sorry, I mistake here. They have horsemans. They have knights, but they have horsemen, which is crazy. So yeah, all in, very strong, very good, very hard to play. If you're a beginner, no, don't go there. Don't do that. But here, it's not I'm telling you what you should play. It's have an idea of what its civilization belongs to, so you can pick whatever you want to, basically. So let's move to China. Girl. Very economical heavy thing, but very defensive as well. Yeah, I think it belongs here. It's very defensive. It's very economical heavy. It's towards the economical side than the defensive side, though. So she's kind of like here. She's here. She's the boss of economy. So I think she's right here. Like China, just I think if China goes late game, you're kind of done. The dynasties that they have a system called dynasty. So every age they build 2 landmarks instead of 1, and they get so many benefits from that. And they have the imperial officer, which is like a unit that goes from building to building and return taxes, which basically gives gold back to you. So they do have a lot of tricks. They have the pagodas, which they input relics and they give permanent percentage of food, wood, and gold, if I'm not mistaken. So they have a lot of tricks. And their variety civilization, which stands for Zizou Legacy. Zizou Legacy, it's kind of economical, but it goes to aggression, like kind of vibe. So like here, I should say. Yeah, I think this is where I feel comfortable putting it. Let's continue. We're gonna put now, which is from this beginner civilizations, is Abbasid Dynasty. Well, that's weird. I think they're economical heavy, definitely more economical heavy than defensive. I don't think they're having any defensive structures as the English, which have tons of keeps and everything. So close to China, maybe even too close to China. Okay, yeah, well, too close to China. I think this is where the civilization stands. It is definitely they can build multiple town centers. They don't need to build landmarks because they have the House of Wisdom. They age up automatically, so their villagers still gathering. They never have to stop to build something. So this is where I think if you like to play tons of units and tons of town centers and a lot of macro, well, you will love those too. So let's go to Delhi, guys. No, they're there. So this civilization is a very aggressive civilization, but it leading toward the all-in section, because of what you're planning to do, most likely Delhi players, they try to finish you in the feudal age, I think like France doing, kinda. Wait, but France is also economical, so I think I'm gonna put France a little bit down here. No, I mean well, there is the line, so it catches up a bit of both. So I'm gonna do this like this. So, but the Delhi, it's just too all in. It's not so all in as this all in, but it can be very all in. So I'm flirting with this kind of thing. I'm gonna just let them in the middle here because they're aggressive, definitely, but they can all in as well. If you like the mass units, they have the scholars that they can capture in the military buildings, and they can produce their military production way too fast. And it's so annoying to deal with. So if you like elephants, and if you like aggressiveness, and if you like a leaningness, and if you like secret sight, there you go. That's your save. Welcome. So let's go to Ottomans. That's weird. That's a weird one. That's a very complicated one. Well, they don't have any economical advantage, but because they have military schools, and in the long run, it's like you're building farms. So what the military schools are doing is that the military schools are basically, to explain it, they give you free units. It's like this civilization that provides free units. Like let's name Ottomans just like something like that. They have free units. But in order to get there, to build the free units, you need to build military schools, and military schools require stone, so you get villages from other resources to put them in the stone. So their military school is basically their economy, is their food, is their farms, let's say. So to start going this kind of thing, you need time, and I wouldn't place them in the all-in, but they have this annoying spearman that they can release, and they can poke you in the beginning of the game, and it's basically free. So I think this is also a little bit of aggressive, but I think it's even weird to say. I think this is where they belong. They're an economical civilization. They can be a bit aggressive. They're not so aggressive as the French. They can be a bit aggressive as the game progresses. But most likely, I think it's an economical civilization, because they just try to get their stuffs going. They don't have the strongest economy in the game, but once they go to the point that they have so many military schools and they're just producing units, it is basically equivalent to having tons of food, because what you need the resources for? You need the resources for making units, but if you get the units for free, it's the same. Like, technically. So, let's go to the Rus. Not a very defensive civilization. They definitely have ways that you can penetrate them and all that. I'm leading towards here. Yeah. Definitely. So I think they are having a really good economy. They're very aggressive as well. Once they get to the castle age, they are very impressive into the map, because they have a lot of scouts and they're getting a lot of your early food, so they kind of like take this away from you. Guys, I don't know about the Knight Templar. If you know better than me, please write it down in the comment below, because I'm clueless when it comes to this. So yeah, this is where I think Rus are going to. They just try to go to this castle age. They get to professional scouts, and they have all this archer horses thing that I don't know how you call them, and they can be very aggressive after. But they're not from the get going an aggressive, straightforward civilization. But they can, because they actually have knights as the French, so they can be aggressive, but not as much as France. Let's just do it that way, I think. Yeah. So let's go to the Byzantines. Well, I've been playing a lot of Byzantines, and you know me, it was my favorite civilization, and I can definitely say they are kind of here. Like, they're very economical. They're also very defensive, but they're more to economical side. I don't think they're so defensive as the English can be, or the House of Lancaster. So I think Byzantines have a very strong economy once this farming systems start getting rolling and everything, and the mercenaries, which is basically the same as Ottomans, So I don't know why I place Ottomans there. Yeah, because I play Ottomans there because they don't have the defensives as the Byzantines have. So I think I'm gonna put these little babies like here because they're sharing a story. So yeah. So okay, let's see. Yeah. So the Ottomans is like the same as Byzantines. They don't have mercenary houses, they have military schools, but Byzantines have mercenary houses. But the Byzantines has this mangonel emplacement, which I think leads to more towards the defensive side. Also, they have the presidium from their system that they can switch off or on, and they can give more defensive to the structure. I definitely think they're more defensive than the Ottomans, but I think when late game goes and the Ottomans have their set up their military schools, I think they're overwhelming with units and they have disgusting late game units. I think Ottomans is the civilization that just have the best units in the late game, but to go there is a struggle. So Byzantines are kind of like, because they have their economical boost and their little defensive moment, they just going there faster than the Ottomans, but they're kind of the same civilization theory, okay? So, oh God, I forget the Abbasid, oh my God, I forget the Abbasid variety. So this is a variety of this. So, oh, that's a weird one. I have no clue. Well, I think they're aggressive slash economical. So, like here, they're leading towards economy more though. Yeah, they don't lead towards the aggression, but they're like, yeah, they're like aggression. They're economical, but they can actually lead to very aggression afterwards. So they're literally like here, kind of, or here. I don't know. I think here. Yeah, because I want to be also close to the aggression as well. So yeah, they also have the House of Wisdom thing that I told you before. So yeah, they're like this civilization, the Abbasid Dynasty, but their cooking numbers are a little bit different. So you can be out more easily. You can be aggressive more easily if you want with these desert raiders that they have, which is basically a camel rider that can switch between range and melee unit, which is kind of fucking annoying. So yeah, I think they're very like very more aggressive than the Abbasid Dynasty. This video will be annoying to watch, by the way, but that I don't care. That's the point. I want to see if you like those kind of videos. So I'm testing you guys. So let's go to Malians, and Malians is like, it's a very economical, heavy civilization, definitely. Once they start rolling their economy, oh shit. But yeah, no, definitely. Defensive, I wouldn't say so, but they have this little annoying structure at the beginning that throws arrows. You know what? We talk about identities here, right? This is gonna be it. Yeah, this is gonna be it. Yeah, definitely. I like this one. So Malians has this gold mines. They have their, as we call it, cow boom, which is basically you have cattle and you put cows inside. And then you're going for a landmark that I don't remember the name of it. And you build the cows around and it's just give you passively gold income or food income. I don't remember. I have no clue. But as I say, we're learning together here, you guys. Yeah. It's the African civilization of the game, and it's wonderful. If you like the atmosphere, the Timon and Pumbaa vibe, the music is just, oh God, like out of all civilization, if we're gonna talk about like, or if we're gonna do someday a beauty contest, which I might actually do a beauty tier list one day. I think Malians is S tier, you guys. It's just insane. It's just beautiful. They're so beautiful, so adorable civilization. And the last is Japan. So Japan, I think definitely leading to our economy though. Economical, aggressive civilization, but it definitely leads to economy. Are they more aggressive than Digital Legacy? I don't think so. Like close to it, like this. So I hope you guys understand a little bit the how, like, at least my perspective, you know, because that doesn't mean you agree with this, but this is me basically with my own experience, and what I have managed to know until today's day. This is how I see the Civs. If you have a different opinion, please share it in the comments below and tell me what you think. And now we're gonna dive to the next topic, guys. So get ready with me. We're gonna talk about resources. We're gonna talk about resources. So for those of you who don't know, Age of Empires 4, let me just eat a bite, guys, because I'm hungry. I'm literally hungry. I was like, I'm gonna plan to make this video together about while I'm eating. That's so good. So, resources. For those of you who don't know, Age of Empires 4 has resources. This is how you gathering, this is how you building your building, this is how you make military units, this is how you do everything in the game. Without this, you can't just play the game. This is how RTS works. Yeah, right? You didn't know that. I didn't know it myself too, so we're learning here together though. So, we have food, we have gold, we have wood, we have stone, and then Byzantines is the only civilization that has an extra resource, which is olive oil, but we don't care for that right now. It's only if you play Byzantines, otherwise all the other resources play in every civilization. So, but we're gonna stick to one of those because all the others are basically the same, but there is one of those resources that is more complicated to analyze, and we need to analyze it because we need to, you will see. So, food. Food is the most complicated resource in the game because you can get it from different animals, different vegetables, and this is what I'm gonna explain you now. So we have the sheeps, they give you food. The berry bushes, they give you food. The deer, they give you food. The boar give you food. The shoreline fish that give you food, and the deep water fish that gives you food. So I want you to pay attention because this is very crucial for my noob friends out there, including myself, that I didn't know that. All these resources have a different speed of gathering food. So if you go to, for example, to shoreline fish, okay, here or here, you're gonna have faster gathering food speed. And I want you to pay attention because I will actually place the ratios right here into your mind, you know, try to do it into your mind. So of course not all the maps have water and their fish are not always available, but when you have these little ponds that is basically the shoreline fish, you guys always prioritize this because we have a winner. Fish is the strongest and the fastest gathering food resource in Age of Empires 4. And now you will tell me what's the next. Okay, let's say you don't have this. Well, boar is the next, guys. Boar is the next resource, and boar is just most likely in the land maps. You don't immediately go to the boar because boar can be very aggressive. It can really, like, you need up to 8 villagers to kill the boar, and you need to macro 1 villager because it might die. So you really need to pay attention to the boar. It has up to 2,200 food if this webpage has not expired, as you can see here. And some pro players also, they use it to harass the enemy of some villages. It's really good if you have an aggressive civilization that is very impressive in the map to go there first. And then we have, after the boar, we have the deer, which is, I think, 7 deer per pack, if I'm not mistaken. Each deer has 350 food. And there is there is the small deer packs and there is the big. I think the big is 7 deers and the small is 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm not entirely sure. But that's what I think. Let me eat a little bit though, because I'm not gonna finish this here. Anyways. And then we come to the sheeps, which is after the deer, the most fastest food income, and then we have the berry bushes. The berry bushes going last. And those all, guys, are pocket resources, means that you don't have endlessly food from those. All those can run out in Age of Empires 4. All these things you see, sheep can run out, berries can run out, deer can run out, boar can run out, shoreline fish can run out. But you know what cannot run around? Farms. Farm is the endless setup for food. That's why late games, the players try to go for farms and try to have endless food resource income. So there are civilizations that they're prioritizing the farms, and it's most likely the economical heavy civilizations, the civilization that they like to turtling, they like to be inside their town, the ones that they don't have so aggressive units so early in the game, as I mentioned before, into the little thing that I show you. And yeah, this is a good noob friendly thing to have in mind. So you always prioritize fish, then you go to boar, then you go to deer, then you go to sheep, and then you go to berry bushes. That's the line, I think. Okay, but of course, when you start the game, you can just run to the boar. You know, it might be the highest source food income, but you can't really go straight forward there. So when you can, you will know that boar is just give you faster food than the deer, than the berries, than the sheep. But there's exceptions. There's civilizations like Delhi, Abbasid Dynasty in China, and yeah, and Zizu Legacy, that they're actually getting a bonus in berry bushes. So for those civilizations, berry bushes can be an advantage. Also for Byzantines, because they're getting their 5th resource, which is extra virgin olive oil. Yamas. So yeah. So that's about the food resources. About the gold, the stone, and the wood, it's just so simple. Wood is just the trees. There's nowhere else you can get wood unless you want to build a market and just switch your resources. But here we're talking about the map resources. So you know, and the peat mines, and the stone mines, the stone veins and the gold veins, which is you can get the gold and the stone. And when those run out, you basically need to always use your farm's food resource income in the late game, or doing a trade. But I'm not going to talk about this because I want to tell you literally the very new beginner kind of stuff that I learned and I want to share with you guys so we can learn from each other. And now the most crucial part of the video, we're going to talk about a very important topic that I think a lot of people suffering with, especially in low elo. And that's it, managing your anxiety. Age of Empires 4 is, let's not lie to ourselves, it's a short community. It's not the biggest game in the world. I love this game and I struggle with myself this a lot. So there is great content creators in this game, and there's so many good players around this game, and they doing their best they can in their power to give you amazing guides, to give you beautiful build orders, to be the best for you, and of course benefit themselves because they love what they're doing, they love their passion. But I think this community lacks in a way the kind of fun part. And there's new players that jumping into the game and they kind of feel this pressure that they need instantly to be the best in everything. And I think this is where the anxiety comes. Guys, just take it. And I say that to myself as well, because I'm stressing a lot. I compare myself a lot to others. Try to avoid that. Try to be kind to yourself and try to don't see a professional player playing the way he plays and sharing a build order with you and you think, oh, I need to reach him now. I need to reach him yesterday. I need to be like him. I need to do this. This is what keeps you away from improving. This is what keeps you away from doing anything. And I say that to myself because I struggle a lot from that. I struggle a lot from that. Rank anxiety can be real. Game anxiety, competitiveness, it literally just create that to you. So don't be afraid to lose. I say that to myself until today. If you lose, you're learning. Lose, it's a winning, basically. So it doesn't matter all this fucking, sorry for the language, the fundamentals and all that. It doesn't matter if you know the food resource. It doesn't matter. Okay, it does. But if you can't deal with your anxiety and just stay outside and just watching others play, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to queue. do whatever you need in order for you to feel safe and play. If you, even that it means they're just sometimes you're gonna be like alone, completely isolated, and just play. This is how I'm dealing with my anxiety. Like, I don't like to share this game with a lot of people. I just like to share it with people that I feel safe, the people that will not judge me, the people will not criticize me, because there is toxic people in this community, in every community. I don't think Age of Empires is an exception. Every community has a toxic people inside, you guys. And stay away from them. Stay away from them, and stay away from trying always to reach the best result. Enjoy the journey. The journey of learning is beautiful in anything in life. So I think learning the game, being new, it's a privilege in a way. You know what I mean? You always get surprised with something that other players just doesn't really. They just see it as numbers and things like that. But you're always excited, and when you're winning, it's just like, oh, I achieved something. It's a beautiful feeling, right? And I think what surprised me a lot with Age of Empires compared to some other games that I've been playing, League of Legends, for example, is that this game, guys, it's a hard game. And once you learn it, and once you win with this game, you kind of feel the reward so much, like 10 times more intensively than any other game that I personally play. I don't know if you agree with me on that, but I think this is a little bit of a message that I wanted to pass with this video. So I wanted to start by talking about the Civs so I can help some new players with where they want to locate their I don't know, to what they want to play, and also just want to make a video in general. You know, I just want to make something for my YouTube channel, and hopefully just reach some of you, and you got something from that, and you learned something from that, and you feel something for that. Let me know in the comments down below. But I really hope. I still haven't finished my food, as you can see, because I'm talking all the time. But yeah, this is what I want to tell you guys. Keep yourself away from toxic people that will harm you, people that they will just push you away from the game, people that they will see you losing and they will get satisfaction from it. We don't want those people. We want people that will help you improve. You can feel it inside you. I'm sure you can. Each individual out there can feel when somebody wants to harm you. Guys, listen always the first feeling. The first feeling is always the truth. Do not try to listen to the second. The first is always the truth. So if you have this feeling that I am surrounding by people, they want to see me losing because they're getting satisfaction from that, run, because you are not gonna learn the game that way. But when there is 1, 2, 3 people that they will stay close to you, keep you calm, your spirit calm, help you learning, those are the people you need to pay attention. Stay close to them. And do not, by any means, try to reach professional players. That's why sometimes Beastie says always to his videos, always, this is for TPD top. When he say that, he actually mean it, because he is trying not to negatively influence the new players in the game. And he has done so much for us new players. I'm watching his guides every time. I'm learning from him so much. But there is sometimes it's subconsciously the comparison thing, you know, but do not do that, because it has kept me away from learning the game and like sharing with others. So don't let this keep away you from the game from you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get a little bit confused. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy your time with me in this literally free crazy video with a little bit of a food going on and a little bit of lunchtime. But yeah, if you like this video, please tell me I will make more. Give me a like and subscribe if you want. It will help the channel, of course, if you want. And I hope you guys see you soon. And I really enjoy the last couple of days in the YouTube and the creativity that's been going on with this, with the videos in general. So I really enjoy what I'm doing that. So yeah, thank you so much, and peace. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.